just for some reason it's so dumb I can't get on my Google.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
No, I didn't start yet.
All right, going live, Darash.
I already got you on.
You already streaming? All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bias Shadabadad, the house of David. This is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, all right? You are the chosen children of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right? You have the blessing, all right? The covenants, the promises of the Bible belongeth unto you. Only 144,000 elect men in the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony will receive salvation on this side. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, will perish, will be deleted, will be canceled here on the shores of America. Babylon the Great, all right, for their disbelief, for their idolatry, all right, against Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, amongst other things, all right? But it is, through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai that his nation is waking up and remembering who we are and whose we are. All right, there is something that belongs unto us, and it is the gift. It is the gift of eternal life. All right, and you can receive it on this side if you receive the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and you are predestinated and chosen of the elect number to receive it. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these scripts that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai may be glorified and that we might edify his word.
Jeremiah 12:9, it says, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about me is against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Right, so it goes to show you that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai said, his heritage is unto him as a speckled bird. All right, you can look like any other nation, but it matters what your father's line goes back to. If your father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, you are the chosen people of the book. This Bible is a heritage book, all right? It is a heritage book unto you, for you to receive this message, all right? If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, okay? So don't think upon the way you look, all right? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai says, try the spirit by the spirit, all right? So it belongs to your father's line, all right?
Yeah, it's not no color thing.
Right.
People like to proclaim it.
Yeah, we're not black Hebrew Israelites. Not every Hebrew Israelite, all right. Not everybody in Israel is going to look like, a Shafton or Wesley Snipes.
Right.
You know.
Not gonna look like Issachar, all right?
Right. Another example, the apostles uses John Leguizamo. You know.
Yep.
But I got this real quick. This is speckled in the Hebrew, H6641, and it says colored, variegated, speckled, and so different colors, you know. Variegated goes into exhibiting different colors, especially as irregular patches or streaks. Okay, so different, marked by variety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have some Israelites that are going to look like the so-called white man. Some Israelites that, you know, are darker, more, you have more ruddy.
Yep.
You know.
You could,
different shades.
Yep. You can look like different shades of brown. All right. You can look like a so-called Chinese man, so-called Arabic man. All right, but it matters about your father's lineage. It matters about the bloodline that goes back. All right, and it's through your father's line, a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian. All right, this heritage is yours. Okay.
Yeah. So you know the it's also a tactic that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai used, to hide his people, or a lot of, going back, to a lesson Apostle Gabar just did, going into talking about how they in the slave trade, they had a sign that was talking about the Hebos,
Yep.
all right, which they say that those go back to Igbo tribe in Nigeria, but when Israel was dispersed, primarily the southern kingdom, when they were dispersed out of Jerusalem, they went into that side of West Africa.
Right.
All right, and it's like
It's locked.
yeah. So they went, from that side of West Africa, and read 12 and 9 again, and then we'll go off that. Can you grab Jeremiah 30 and 16?
This is Jeremiah 12 and 9 again. It says, "My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour." Oh, they can't hear it?
The audio's messed up.
Okay.
I have to.
So wait.
Is it on?
He said it's on, but the audio's not working.
The audio's not working. I'll just shut it down and come back.
Alright, he's gonna shut it down, come back. The water. Sullivan. Yeah, but some else ever.
You want me to start mine over?
No, you're
Yours is
good.
probably
'cause
good.
It's on.
Salakia, for those brothers that are watching, we got some technical difficulties. Esau playing with the feed.
High heat.
All right.
No, that's that Amos stuff.
Right. Matter of fact, go ahead.
Yeah.
Bring that out.
No, that's what he wants to do, man. That's what he's gonna do, man.
All right. Hey, but nevertheless, hey, Yahweh Shemi Awashai, hey, continues, hey, to wake brothers up, to wake the nation up, that we may receive this word. All right. Yeah, Amos.
Y'all just teach. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Amos 8 and 11, it says, "Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai."
Right, of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, hey, we were once upon a time in a famine of the word. All right, hey, this is being played out again today. That Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is about to deliver that famine of the word again. But now it's going to be a little bit different, because now we remember whose we are and who we are. All right, so Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to turn this thing up yet again. All right, now that we will start receiving and understanding and believing and having the faith to return unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, before the cameras came on, hey, we had Issachar behind us, what appears to be Issachar. All right, hey, in a fight. All right, have an evil eye towards their brother. But we called on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and it broke it up through the Spirit. Okay? See, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has a love and a care for his people. But because he has a love and care doesn't mean that he won't whoop your ass. All right? Any kind of parent disciplines their child.
Chastisement.
All right? The chastisement. We are the children of the Most High. So is there a way? There's a way to conduct ourselves. There's a way to show one another that we have love for each other. Okay? Good now? Go.
Father, what is a father who doesn't chastise his kid?
Right.
But he doesn't show that he loves him.
Hey,
They run out here rampant, doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
right. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hey, had this time for us. Now the famine of the word is yet going to be upon us again. You're seeing it slowly but surely. The way that they're messing with the videos, the pages that they're taking down.
Yeah, the brothers' pages, yeah.
All right. Hey, calling it H-speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just so weird. Because when I put it back on, it wasn't working. Still, I just had to click on the mic and then click it off again.
Right.
turn it on and off. But
Hey, now, hey, that demon's got the devils out.
Yeah.
All right, rolling through the park now, even more so.
right, 'cause
All
it
right.
started over there. But you know, the scriptures, the law had ways that we would deal with, you know,
Yep.
with situations among, because you always, you know, in any congregation, there's going to be people that don't see eye to eye together. You know,
Right.
There's going to be a discrepancy, right? There's going to be, you know, one person do something wrong, but hey, the law prevented that.
God.
You know, it didn't prevent it. It had
And consequences.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why, you know, that eye for eye, that go to your brother, not to these, you know, other nations. You know, that was a, you know.
You got something?
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying
Yep.
to have it. Yeah, it says Ephesians 4 and 26 says, "Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath."
Right. Hey, don't let the sun go down upon your wrath. Have not an evil eye towards your brother. Hey, work out that situation that that is in the midst. All right. What problem?
And that's how things would get handled, you know, immediately.
Right.
All right, because that harboring those wicked feelings, and whatnot, you know, that's
Handle
gonna
things.
lead to more sin.
Right.
Handle things with reason, not with your fists.
Right. And strife.
Well,
Well, we understand Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a man of war. All right. But is having an evil eye towards your brother, coming against your brother and fighting your brother, hey, is not something that you should necessarily do. Not to say you don't get in scuffles with your brother. If you've ever had any type of siblings,
shit, the Northern and Southern Kingdom, you know, they was, you know,
yeah, scuffling.
they was offing each other, you know.
Right.
Yeah, after that was after Solomon fell. After
Well, you still had,
yeah, you still had him, but
you still had David's men going to war with Saul's
Souls,
men,
man.
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
But hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave us laws so we could deal with each other correctly. All right, not in the carnal sense how Esau Edom deals with it. All right, we understand this is a curse. This is that evil eye towards your brother. Hey, to want the bloodshed of another. All right, of your own nation. That's an evil thing, especially in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, that's a perfect example, Cain and Abel. All right, that's an evil eye towards your brother. That's what these people, these other nations relying on us, hey, to off ourselves. All right, as a high form of their sorcery. Okay, but we know and understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a curse unto us. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. You are the true children of God. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua cares about you, the sons and daughters. All right? He doesn't care about anybody else. It's about you. All right? You got it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 25 and 21. It says, "If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink."
Right. Hey, and what enemy is it talking about? It's chiefly talking about, hey, your brother who's showing himself as your enemy. All right? Because is it permitted that we are to eat with the heathen? All right? It's not lawful for us to eat with another nation. All right? Yes, there's variants of, okay, yeah, have mercy upon the other nations. Bless those who bless Israel. We feed them in that way.
Hey, and that's how you know that Cornelius was an Israelite.
God.
Because when Peter had that dream, all right, the Lord opened his eyes up that, hey, those other animals that he was seeing, that he was saying, go down and eat, that was just a representation of these other nations appearing as the beast, because it likens, these other nations are likened unto the beast, because they don't have the moral code that was given, you know, via the law, statutes, and commandments to Israel. All right, Ishmael, he is known as a wild man. Okay, and that's just one example. All right.
Blackout. Look at
This is so like okay, so what just happened? You know, Esau would you know throw your ass in jail.
right.
You know, he according to his law, he, forever how long it is,
Right.
whatnot. Have you suffering? You know, you might get hit with a
Fine.
fine, misdemeanor, you know, whatever. You know, might fuck up your paycheck and everything. That would just get settled right there.
Right.
You know. Verse 22 says, "For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee." So, you know, if you add fuel to the fire, you know, if you promote, you know, some wickedness towards that enemy, and the Lord is going to reward you with what? A recompense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not going to be you won't be rewarded in a good way, but if you do you know, if you wail unto him, you know, say, you know, might not be seeing eye to eye, but hey,
Right. We're gonna part ways right now. We're not
you're
seeing eye
still
to eye.
my brother.
Right. You're still my brother.
I mean, you're still family at the end of the day.
Right. And that's no different than what we did here. All right. Hey, we called on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to break it up. All right. Our people are not out here to be like wild beasts fighting amongst each other for scraps. All right. Over a fucking game at that. Over a game. Ain't nobody in the whatever, the soccer league, the whatever. Ain't nobody getting paid. All right. But you're gonna fight over a game. You're gonna be so mad to fight over this game, and it's not worth it. All right. Hey, our people have misplaced energy and hatred.
Yeah, for
All right?
each other.
For each
really,
other.
Really, that hatred needs to be, you know, directed
Towards the enemy.
to the true enemy.
Right? The adversary, the counterpart of Satan here on this world. All right? Got to be careful the way we say that.
With knowledge of who the enemy is, you know, that brings these tribes together.
Right.
You know, knowing that they seeking after. Now the Satan, you know, the wicked that is in rulership, all right, they're causing you know, via Yahweh Shem Shai, causing this division, causing confusion, you know, because it leads into their game plan.
Yeah.
You know, it said that the speckled bird, you know, because the beast round about devoured. Okay. How are the other nations devouring us? You know, via their laws, their programming.
Yep. Their
You know,
sorcery.
look how they have the prison system set up.
Yep.
You know, blacks versus Mexicans.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, whites versus, you know,
Everybody else.
Everybody. Hey,
you gotta
they're
pick
they're
who you gonna run
typically-
with. Even it don't matter. Really, it matter how you look, but if you get in with them, like if you've seen blood in, blood out,
right.
if you get in with with them, then that's who you rolling with.
Hey, but typically no. It's still if you look a different way, even if you roll with them, you're still used as a pawn.
Yeah, you
All
ain't
right.
gonna be.
You don't get the full blood in and blood out. All right. You see, there's a difference in the world. The world judges you not by your character. All right. The world judges you by your complexion first and foremost. Everything else is unnecessary, secondary. All right. Doesn't matter about your work ethic. It only matters who you know. All right. Who you know, and do you have the complexion for the protection? Those two things will get you farther than having the knowledge, than having the understanding of how the whole entire system works in an IT department. All right? Because they'll figure that you can get on job experience. That they're gonna have the person who they're about to fire train you so you know what they know. All right? It's happened time after time.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
This is Matthew 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Right. Yahweh Shem Shai didn't come to send peace. He came to send a sword, a division. All right. Really a division between the righteous and the unrighteous. All right. Between one nation, all nations that aren't chosen, and the nation that is chosen by Yahweh Shem Shai.
Because hey, the Most High controls light and darkness.
Right.
He is evil done in a city, and he has not done it. He put the spirit, you know, on them two men, you know, to fight.
Right.
You know, he put the spirit on Esau to do his wickedness, to control the deceiver and the deceived are both his. Right. I'm gonna continue on. It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law."
Yep.
All right, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. All right, and ultimately the Lord is doing this division via the way of this word first and foremost. All right, because he's separating, as the brother brought out, the believers from the non-believers. All right. It said a foe is going to be that of his own household. We have a division amongst Israel, but we have division, you know, within the people that know about the truth.
Right.
All right, debating about what's the true word of God. We don't debate about what's the true word of God because we know and have the faith that the Lord has given us the correct understanding.
Yep.
To follow after the pure doctrine.
The 100% truth coming out of GMS. All right. Because what did Yahweh Shem Shai say in Jeremiah? Yeah, so I'll get that right there.
You got it.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in thy belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I have sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right? So Yahweh Shem Shai already gave us the word. All right? This word is based in our heritage. It is the very essence of our heritage. All right? Without the word, we are nothing but another nation. All right? Another nation not chosen. But we have the word of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? Therefore, we are a chosen nation, a peculiar special treasure unto himself.
Yeah. Can you grab you got a moment to
No, he was on the preach.
Okay. You good, but can you
No, I
grab
already
also
read that.
Romans 9
Yeah.
and I believe it's 6. Not all Israel is of Israel.
Yeah.
And then this is Matthew 12 and it's gonna be verse 46. It says, "While yet he talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him," talking about Yahushua and his mom, Mary, and his brother.
Right.
All right. Now it says, "But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren."
Right. Hey, for those who follow the will of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that.
Yep.
It says, "For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother."
And that's what's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shai. Obedience.
So that's your whole your true family on this side.
Right.
You know, really, you know, in these times, that though the believers are going to be the first fruits of the kingdom, the first fruits of the Spirit. You know, those are the predestined souls the Lord is going to redeem out of this place. All right. Now, if you got it,
This is Romans 9 and 6. It says, "Not as though the word of the Most High hath taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are Israel."
Yeah, just saying that all Israel right now is is not of the elect. They don't receive the word.
Right.
So therefore they're pretty much cast out or cut off from receiving. All right. The blessing of salvation this first go around.
Right. Hey, I had a teacher that told me he was a so-called Native American. All right, and he looked as pale as this sign right here. All right, but he said he tried to go and he went to the tribe. He went to the tribe where he got his ancestry.com or whatever, one of those things. All right, and he said the chief told him, hey, all those who are of the tribe are not of the tribe. All right, just because you may carry a bloodline. All right, and I believe it was on his mother's side. And he said all of that of the tribe is not of the tribe, meaning, hey, you may not be one of us just because you look like us.
Hey, that's like Bob Marley.
Yep.
His dad was Irish, but Jamaicans, the so-called Jamaicans, they was looking at him like he was that son of an Irish so-called a white-looking man.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't accept him.
Yep.
Okay, but he's definitely a Jake.
Yep.
And the Irish, the majority of Irish are
Jakes.
If you seen a Family Guy, the episode where Peter found out that he's really black, they told you on that. They told you in various movies. There's this movie with Forrest Whitaker. It's called Ghost Dog, and he's a hitman. And there, it's like the elites are having a meeting, and in there he says something like the Native Americans. He said how it goes. He said like Native Americans, blacks, and I don't know if he said Irish or he might have forgot who else he mentioned, but he said they all niggers.
I think he said Italian.
Yeah, maybe he said Italian. But
Wow, so
there's
that's-
another movie with Christopher Walken,
Yeah.
and
True Romance.
is that what it's called?
Yeah, True Romance.
I was
Talking
trying
about the
to look-
Sicilians.
Yep. And he's
Yeah.
like, I mean, somewhere down the line, your mother got fucked by a nigga, and he blew his head
Yeah.
off. He ain't like
Basically
that.
calling him a mutt.
No way.
Yeah. He said, "This guy's funny. I haven't killed a man in." Okay. But yeah, that was the point I wanted to bring out. Yeah, this is your true family, and the ones that have this truth and gospel are the only people that are gonna have the stability, from the wisdom and knowledge that we're being prepped with to withstand these days ahead.
God.
Therefore, we're gonna be able to rely on brothers in the truth. All right. That's why we have this sifting process to get in the camp.
Right.
You have to prove yourself, with diligence and sincerity. All right. Because wisdom enter not into a malicious soul. So if you tie to somebody who's not in this thing wholeheartedly, all right, they very well are crept in unaware. Very well they can turn on you that aren't assured by the gospels. That's why you got these more bug outs springing out because they were never in it.
Right, going after their own vile
They
lust.
never truly believed.
Right.
They always had a
Ulterior motive.
or doubt within them. They crept in unaware.
Yep.
So now they doing their own thing. Teaching different things.
Right. Leaning on the philosophy of man, right, and and the delusions of their own mind. Really,
Yeah, but they had their what's that?
mind seared with a hot iron.
Mind seared with a hot iron, and thinking that comes from lack of fear, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had the fear of the Most High, all right, this is the only way.
Mm-hmm.
You never had fear. I mean, I know you guys got something, right? I have like 3 scriptures in my head.
Got it.
I'm gonna this brother has something.
You got it, Darash.
Did you have something?
Yeah, dude, I was holding Jeremiah 33 and 30 and 16 for you, but I had Deuteronomy 12 and 28.
Yeah, you can go there. You could drop 30 and 16.
Okay. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 28, and it says, "Observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee and with thy children after thee forever, when thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of the Lord thy power." 29, "When the Lord thy power shall cut off the nations from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them."
Right. Speak up, Darash.
Deuteronomy 12 and 30. "Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, How did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise."
Right. Now break that down.
So
Speak up. You see, they're getting
yeah,
rowdy.
so
Speak up.
so Yahweh Shimon Shai told us to take heed and follow and do what is right by him, and yet and he told you that he's going to cut off these other nations from us, so that way, we don't get snared by their philosophies, their ways of life. But yet here Israel, you being curious, you wondering, how do they do that? I know I want to try it out too, and that's what got Yahweh Shimon Shai upset, because you're following after something that you're not supposed to be following after. You let that, as that saying goes, curiosity killed the cat.
Right.
If you're not your oppressor.
Well, that's what beguiled Eve. When the serpent went up to Eve, he was, he struck her curiosity.
Right. And that's another representation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, showing, hey, we are unto him like unto him a woman. All right. Our curiosity killed the cat. We were the cat. All right. we were curious about these other nations. All right. We were curious after the ways, but Eve did it first. All right. But us allowing, all right, not clinging. Essentially, if you think about it, we didn't cling unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai because we were willing to see what Eve had to say. So we already had that curiosity. All right. She just helped further pushed it and said, okay, here. She gave us that oomph that we needed. All right.
The serpent.
Yeah.
The serpent enchanted her.
Right.
Enticed her, but it's like, I just came from over there, bro.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm not. Surely you're not die. See, this is I want to back this brother up real quick. Deuteronomy 4, and is that it? No, sorry, I thought I was right there, but I'm not. You got it.
You have more on that, right?
Yeah.
You got one.
This is Deuteronomy 12 and 31. It says, Deuteronomy 12 and 31.
You
It
gotta
says,
speak up. Speak
okay.
up.
Deuteronomy 12 and 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy power. For every abomination to the Lord which he hateth have they done unto their power, to their gods.
Right.
For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Right. And what did we do? We followed out the way of the heathen. All right. We did and performed the things unto their gods, their idols. All right. Hey, we didn't do it in righteousness unto our idol. All right. Hey, because hey, in times past, judgment was a lot swifter than it is today. All right. The scriptures, hey, give you pure examples. All right. Hey, from opening of the earth to having a bear come out of the wilderness and maul 3 kids. All right. Immediately. This is a sentence is prolonged. All right. In Esau's system and the mercy and grace of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai dealing with us. All right. And the trials, and Lord willing, we be those men, but everybody has a certain amount of grace and mercy in this place because the wickedness had to reach an all-time high. All right. And that's the wickedness of the nation of Israel chiefly, first and foremost, that has to reach the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay?
And it's Deuteronomy 12 and 32. What things soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it.
Right. And what did we do? We followed these other nations, therefore adding unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? Hey, like this, the church, the Roman Catholic Church. All right? If you look through their history, when they mix paganism with Christianity. All right, now you receive modern day Christianity. Now you receive this holidays. Okay, you got Baal worship. All right, you have Saturnalius. All right, you got all these abominable holidays mixed all up into one, and they package it and put a idol's name on it and telling you it's the very power of the book. They're telling you that it's the Jesus Christ of this world, and he is the Jesus of this world. Esau, Edom's world. All right, but he is not the heavenly Father's, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai's. This is not his way. All right, you don't follow after the way of man. You follow after the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, studying to show thyself approved.
That's
all
why,
right.
That's why the scriptures say, they have begun to worship the creature over the Creator.
Right. Hey, worshiping those things that aren't lawful, doing those things that aren't lawful, unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You go ahead with your free. Yeah. Go ahead, pull it up.
Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Speak up.
Envy not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Proverbs 3 and 31.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's following suit of what these with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Do what they do, thinking what they have is good. Straying off. I was just pulling out what you said. It just sparked that.
Yep. All right. That was it on that direction. Got it.
Choose none of their ways.
You can't type on your phone for some reason. Messing with everything I put.
Yeah, it's been doing that.
Yeah. It was just pretty much honing in that point that when we were to go into the land of the Canaanites, we were directed not to do as the Canaanites. Why? Because they were doing all this abominable shit.
Proverbs 23 and 17 says, "Let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai all the day long."
Right. Don't envy what these other nations can do or what somebody else can do. All right? Be in fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that he put the fear in you to direct your footsteps, to direct the path you're supposed to walk. All right? Receive the blessing that is given unto you by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? Do those things that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that has permitted unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you specklebirds whose father's line goes back. You have the opportunity and the ability, if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. It is the very ability that will save your life. And damn, just your physical life, your spiritual life. All right? It will save your soul and bring you back unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shit.
What? It ain't hit me.
Hopefully it doesn't. That shit just, that shit was foul. You gotta bring
closer.
This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 21. It says, "There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief."
Right. Hey, the evil shall not happen to the just. So if you have Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're calling on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai with truth, honesty, and sincerity. Fear. Having the fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, evil shall not come upon you. Not to say there won't be trials, okay? There's gonna be trials, but the evil shall come upon you. All right? You think it's an evil thing, hey, for correction and judgment by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? It's not evil to do that. what's evil that falls upon you if you believe a lying spirit, if you commit idolatry and adultery. All right, that's an evil that comes upon you, because what are those punishments? All right, those punishments are typically in the world, Salakia, typically in history of our history, those are punishments until death. All right, if judgment came like that, like it did in times past, you wouldn't have the opportunity. There would be no really opportunity for repentance. All right, because you hey, you did it. Hey, judgment is expedient.
And that put more fear out.
And it
on
put more
people.
fear,
Yeah.
right? Hey, not having to suffer the judgments right now gave Israel, allowed their pride to puff up, to say, hey man, ain't nothing gonna happen. Most High ain't gonna do nothing. I got this. I'm self-made, self-paid. I did it all by myself. I'm the HNIC. Can't nobody do nothing to me. All right? Hey, look at your street beefs. Look at your street beefs all across the board. All right? Whoever's in beef right now,
50 Cent and the Diddler.
50 Cent and the Diddler, O Block and all them, like Young Boy, all that.
All that shit.
Look at all these street beefs. All right? In the world.
In Israel.
All right? There's a comment on the comment board. I don't know exactly what it is, but
Yasharallah 144K, Psalms 37 and 1 says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
right. Don't be envious of these people. Don't be envious of the system that they have set up. All right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about this world. Hey, how Bashim Yahshai said, hey, put off the cares of this life in 2nd Esdras. All right? Give everything that is most heavy unto you to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Don't worry about the evilness that is done in this world. Worry about your salvation. All right? That was it that you had?
Yeah, that was it.
It's going to be here in the book of Jeremiah. It's going to be chapter 2 and verse 33, and it reads, why trimmest thou way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Right? So Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, hey, why are you trimming your way to seek the love and the approval of these people in this world? All right? That's not something that's permitted for you to do. Yet at that, you showed them the way, you showed them the way that you're above them. Okay? Now they used it as a cloaking device for themselves. All right? The left-hand side essentially took what was lawful unto us and gave it unto themselves in a left-hand sided way. All right? Meaning, hey, this allows them to do their false miracles. It allows them to have the upper hand because they write laws. They write laws that give them the upper hand. All right? These stop and frisk laws aren't for them. It's for you, Jake.
ICE laws either.
Right. They set their laws up in the way of mischief. All right? Snaring you and putting you in that trap. You gave what is holy unto the dogs. All right? You gave them the blueprint and you allowed them to use the blueprint against you. All right? Because Jake, hey, was going off. Jake said, hey, this is holy. This is, hey, you know, this is why we have this, and this is how you destroy them. Because we had wicked two-thirds amongst our own nation. If you keep them, in the First Maccabees, all right? If you keep them, if you make them sin, they go farther from their power. This is the way that you destroy the nation. All right?
I mean, you can point the finger. I told you they're animals.
Right.
I told you this is the type of people they are. These people gotta go.
It's no different than what I seen last night. There might have been, you know, AI or whatever, but what how Trump might have said, the AI said, Trump said that he's gonna pardon one of the rappers from Chicago.
Oh, Lil Durk.
No, not Lil Durk. The other one.
Another one?
Yeah, it's another one. I don't know. But, damn, I forgot his name.
Not Pooh Shiesty.
No, he was I think he was
Yeah,
with,
Pooh Shiesty
like,
just got out there, that's all I was saying.
King Von in, like, January. But, yeah. But nevertheless, hey, if this dude was such a demon on the streets before, and he gets out, and it's in the midst of this beef that's going on, hey, what is that gonna do? What kind of scope is that gonna put on Jake?
Okay, so this right here. He parted NBA Youngboy. That's who he parted.
NBA Youngboy,
He was the one who got out.
and there's supposed to be another in January,
In January? Let me see.
2026 January.
He's done that before.
Yeah,
Well, Kodak Black.
right.
Right.
Hey,
Oh,
And
supposed
Cheap
to be
Mills.
Diddy, the Diddler.
I didn't even know that, but look, hey, a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right, that's just, for headlines, and that's part of the circus.
Right, circus.
Bread and circus.
All right, like
That's,
a
distractions.
God. But nevertheless, hey, it's ability to help Jake and continue to go off, and then to find a blame for Jake when this thing amps up. If you're a 22 and older, all right, you know about I'll take that back. If you're 27 and older, you know about the East Coast West Coast battle that was going on. All right, you know about how the black and brown relations weren't that good in the 90s, in the 80s. All right, you didn't have the chivalry, the amount of chivalry you see today between our nation coming back together. All right, it was just straight fire.
I had a pretty
Yeah.
He was quoting this earlier. So it says in Psalms 94 and 20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law. That's Esau, Edom, who frames mischief, all right, wickedness by their laws. They pretty much, in these laws, they set you up, for your own destruction. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and the soul of the righteous, is pertaining to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So the wicked is gathered, against the righteous. It says, and condemn the innocent blood. That's their whole MO. Now we know that Jake ain't truly innocent. But,
Right.
they have the power of what?
They're the judges of this world.
Yeah, they have the enchantments and the weapons, to persuade you and to motivate you and promote wickedness.
Yep.
Promote you to, or provoke you to do some wicked ass shit.
Yep.
That's why they gave you and set up these leaders, as the brother was talking about. Diddy and these other little
Rondo,
Yeah.
King Von,
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Just to lead you into destruction.
Right.
Mischief leaders, man. Foolishness.
All right.
that's part of the snare.
Will Smith, all of them. All right, all your influencers, all the people that you praise and lift up and follow after the way of the world. All right,
To direct you away from Yahweh.
that's right. To direct your way and your path away from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. He pulled Jeremiah. Matter of fact, Darash, go ahead and pull Jeremiah, chapter 3. Read from verse 14. Down, and we'll probably stop in the midst of it. But
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14, and it says, turn, O backsliding children, to, saith the Lord. For I am married unto you, and I will take you, one of a city, and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua say, hey, turn, oh backsliding children. All right, turn, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians from your ways. Stop believing on these false idols. Stop believing in the Christianity of this world. Stop believing in Buddhism. Stop believing in apostolic, Pentecostal, Catholicism. All right? Don't believe on these wayward doctrines. All right? You're believing after something that has no benefit unto you. These can't save you. These did not put you in the position to be anything. They put you adverse unto me, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It makes you against the Most High following after these devils. You backsliding children, you disobedient damn child. Read it from the top again.
Jeremiah 3:14. It says, "Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you."
He is married unto you. He cares about you. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cares about you. What did he say? All the families of the earth.
I only know you. I only dealt with you.
Right? Out of all of them, out of every single nation that is on this earth, I know you. I chose you. Matter of fact,
I got you. You know, they gotta hear it, you know. This is Amos 3. Amos 3:1. Sorry, verse 1.
Yep.
It says, "Hear this word that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hath spoken unto you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities."
right, because I only know you. Therefore, I'm going to whoop your ass. You're my child. I don't give a damn about those kids down the street. I care about you. I care about my nation and what I set forth for you.
Jeremiah 3:14. "Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you, one of a city, and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion." 15. "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, I will give you pastors after my own heart. Feeding you what? The word. The word, the wisdom, the knowledge, the mysteries, the history. To stir up your pure mind. Put you in the remembrance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Put you in the remembrance of the way. That you are a nation peculiar, a special treasure unto him. It doesn't matter what the world thinks about you. It only matters what I think about you, where I want you to go, how I want you to be. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who is crying and calling out unto us. Get Proverbs 1:26. Start 24. Yeah.
Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1:24 says, "Because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and none man regarded. But ye have set at now all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mark you when your fear is coming."
Right, because you chose not the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And I'm sorry, it was 22. I have piped unto you. All right? This should be further down. It's like 21, 22. Sing a song unto you. Right, yeah. Place of conflict.
The wisdom part.
Yeah. Matter of fact, go ahead and read this lock.
That's the wisdom part.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 1:20 says, "Wisdom calleth without, she utterly her voice into the streets."
Right, she uttered her voice in the streets. Hey, this is wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai crying out. Whether you choose, to receive it or not. Ultimately, we know it's not your choice, but nevertheless, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has put it on full display. All these people have an opportunity. All those people have an opportunity to hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to inquire. about what is being spoken about and what is being made a living sacrifice in front of them for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, for his mercy, for his grace. All right? And for the glorification and magnification of his name, that they have an opportunity to receive salvation. But if they do not choose, or were not predestinated to hear it, being inclined to come and inquire about it, you can't be mad. Well, you can be mad, but nobody gives a shit. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai doesn't give a shit. All right, because he is no respecter of persons. If you choose not to, you ultimately were not chosen and not predestinated. Go ahead, read down again.
Proverbs 1:21 says, she crieth into the chief places of conquest, and the openings of the gates, and in the city she utterly her voice saying. Concourse. I'm gonna read it again. Proverbs 1:21, she crieth in the chief places of concourse, right?
Yeah.
And the opens of the gates.
Right, the opening of the gates. Everybody has the opportunity, once again. Right here, the gates are open. All right? There's no barriers, extreme barriers stopping anybody. All right? You were driving by, you see, you look, you can pull up.
It's open for you.
You can walk by. You can inquire.
In the city she utterly her voice saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
But how long will you love this world? How long will you say, you know what, I'm going to accept what this world has to give me, and that blessing,
It's not me, I got it back.
yeah, that blessing that is biblical, that blessing that is for his people, who I may be of the lineage, it's not good enough for me. I'm gonna take the right now. Forget the later. I'm about now. I have no ambitions, no goals for real peace of mind, real salvation, real wisdom and knowledge.
They want to pleasure the flesh instead of the spirit.
Right. You want that. You want to keep on with this hot pocket fast food meals. All right. You want it now, quick and fast. You don't want, hey, anything worth having is worth waiting for. Is worth working for. All right. So if you don't want salvation, all right, you're gonna take everything that is right now. You want everything right now. You don't want to wait. You don't want to inquire about the discipline, the wisdom and knowledge. You don't want to study to show yourself approved. You don't want the things of the life to come. You want the things of the world now. And that's going to be a detriment to you. Let's go one more.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right, and you hate the knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You love scoffing and mocking and make a mockery of the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the ministry of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Even the very law, even if you don't see the men out on the highways and byways. That's why you talk about the book was written by so-called Esau Edom, or so-called white man.
Yeah.
All right, who's Esau Edom? That's why you say the stuff about King David. Yeah. Yep. All right. So you say it about King James. Oh, it's a fairy tale book, this and that. All right. You have no fear. You make mockery all the time, but it'll be, to your destruction, to your demise. That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai said, "I will laugh at your calamity and mock you when your fear comes." You got it, Darash.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 16. And it says, and it shall come to pass, when ye be multiplied and increased in the land, in those days saith the Most High, they shall say no more, the ark of the covenant of the Lord, neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it, neither shall they visit it, neither shall that be done any more. 17. And at that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the power, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, and the name of the Lord to Jerusalem, neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart.
Right, and this is exactly where we're fighting for. We're fighting to receive the salvation to come. Not the salvation that you appear that is here. You thought getting out of the chains of bondage, physical chains of bondage, was salvation, Jake. You thought being able, to live in Esau Edom's neighborhood, all right, was salvation.
You thought you made it.
Right, you thought you made it. Right, you thought because you got into a neighborhood that had redlining, and then they moved farther out from you, but you thought you made it.
Right.
All right, you still can't even live amongst them. Right? They have areas where even your pulpit pimps, your sorcerers, your high wicked elite can't even go. LeBron James is not in the same community as Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos might have a house there, but it's more of a asset.
Bought it, but never been there.
Right. It's more of an asset.
It's all about it's an exclusive only club.
Right. They have an exclusive only club. It's so exclusive. You may be coming to visit for some sorcery, but that's the extent. All right?
They got their own compounds and whatnot.
Right.
You know?
Hey,
It's the fatness of the earth.
right. You gotta hey, this devil is not for you.
Yeah, it's that perpetual hate. What makes you think he really wants you to be kicking it with him, Jake? Be around his women, be around him, be around his good stuff. He already feel like you taking all the white man's air, so he don't want you nowhere around his ass. Well, I need you close to me.
Right.
I just want you to serve me and that's it, house
Right.
nigga.
Read that last part again, Darash.
Jeremiah 3:17. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of the Lord. To Jerusalem, neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart.
All right, so we're fighting not to walk after our evil heart. We don't want to walk after the flesh. That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to change our foul bodies. All right? Hey, the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cannot be contained in the vessels that we are in right now. The holiness, the magnification, the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cannot fit in this vessel. All right? Think how much more. All right? Hey, we can't even praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the extent that we are trying to praise him now in this vessel. We only have what is allowed sufficient for the vessel upon the amount of faith that he deems necessary for us to have to receive salvation. Each man, woman, and child who has the faith and fear in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai divvied out the portions that he wanted each spirit to have. But understand how much more faith and fear that he has. Because all of Israel, there's not going to be a single Israelite without the faith and fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For how long? Forever. For an eternity. Children being born in the kingdom through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, with the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sealed in their forehead. The bodies and the vessels able to obtain and contain all the greatness and the majesty and the glory that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has bestowed upon our nation. So what we have here, the elect of the nation of Israel on this side, Lord willing we be of that number, is just a small fragment. So salvation can come unto the whole nation. Right.
That's only how to get that new heart, which it comes into that new body.
You gotta speak up though, because I can't hear
it's
you.
like you said, that new body, that new heart, that Ezekiel 36 and 26, it comes to that. But still low?
Raise up
Yeah,
your voice.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said
raising your
Ezekiel
voice,
26 and 36 is that new body. All right, so that's what it is getting that new body. What the brother was saying, these bodies can't take in that much power, that true power, you know, and then that full body of righteousness to do right, to never go off.
This is Jeremiah. You gotta go on?
Yeah, you can go.
This is Jeremiah 3:18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers.
The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom become one stick. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai makes our nation to be together again, making one nation, no more. Hey, understanding, yes, we are separate tribes, but one nation, not two nations. All right, he made one stick. Hey, this was the purpose of Alba Bivens. All right, to bring us back into the remembrance of who we are and whose we are. This stick came about for what? The remembrance. All right? That the gospel may be preached and be taught. Binding the Old Testament and the New Testament, figuring out who we are. Brother put up a comment on the comments.
Spirit put it.
That's probably what I was thinking.
Grab it.
Yeah.
Isaiah 11:13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Right. And this is exactly what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is now doing.
I got Ezekiel 37:19.
Okay. Hey.
Ezekiel 37:19, say unto them, this said Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his follows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judea, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand.
Right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai binding and bringing the nation back together. All right. If you ever seen that movie Soul Food, all right, and I don't know why it just popped in my mind, but the movie Soul Food, where the grandma, Big Mama, right, it says, you know, a family is like a hand. Apart, there's separate things that they do, but when you put them together, they're bind up as one big powerful fist. All right. This is the fist and the stick of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, bringing that together and making one. You don't hit somebody individually with one finger. All right, you can, I guess, but how much more effective if it's all together? One fist, one staff, one stick. All right. This is what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has given us. He is showing us that we are one nation. No more vexation of Judah vexing Ephraim. All right? No more evil eye towards the brother.
No more division.
No more division in the ranks. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is closing the breaches up. When it comes time in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's time, when you see all the northern kingdom saying, hey, understanding that we are truly one nation, right? When the Dominican stuff saying, oh no, I'm not black. All right, when he starts accepting more so, all right, because we're not black. All right, black is the color. That's a color. All right, that's the universe of this man's garment. All right. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is bringing us back and understanding, yes, how much more is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai going to be magnified and glorified, and how much more is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai going to show the fear in his nation, and how much more are these other nations going to start to fear him, his people, his word, his righteousness.
Which they don't.
All right? This is what's coming. This is what's already starting and what's here. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is about to take this thing and turn it up. Yeah, breathe.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
This is Baruch 3 and verse 5. It says, "Remember not the iniquities of our fathers, of our forefathers, but think upon thy power and thy name now at this time." You know, in this captivity, you know, we would, you know, think upon, you know, the true name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that brings forth power. All right, the holy name. Okay. And it says, verse 6, "For thou art the Lord, our power, and thee, O Lord, will we praise. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name, and praise thee in our captivity. For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee."
Right. Hey, because it's not just what it's what we did. It's not what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai did to us. It's about what we did to him. All right. The iniquity, the understanding, the misunderstanding that we had. All right. The lack of compassion.
What I was saying is, where is this during his time? Where is this, like, all this way down the road?
Right.
Like, like, where is he, like, where that story is already born? Is he gonna be born? Or is, like,
I'm sorry. Who are you talking about?
Allah? It is Allah, right?
So God's true name is Yahweh.
I'm like,
Yeah, but I was talking about, like, Allah, like,
oh, we don't know. Oh, you're talking about Allah?
yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Hey,
Yeah, that's not
that's not true.
his true name. So God, you know, Allah just means power.
Right.
So
that can mean flag, though.
no, it means power. So God, it just means in the Bible when you see God, it just means power.
Right.
So that's the same as Allah. And when his name, though, what he said to Moses, he said, "Tell them that I am what I am. I am who I am," which translates to he to be. And that's what the true name of the Lord is. The true name who everybody knows as God in the Hebrew is Yahweh, he to be, or he exists. Okay, that's the
awesome.
name.
I like that.
But Allah just means power. You know. So if you know,
So power would be like our flag, though, right?
no.
No,
Because they go Hudo, Pita, Dita, Allah, Bandada. Because I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
So I'm
pledge
just saying,
allegiance
no,
to this
that's
place.
where they use Allah.
This is our, as I'm gonna read right now.
I was just wondering, like, if
Yeah, this is the
if
place
they
of our
learn Allah, like,
captivity.
in another religion, is that during the same time?
yeah, we don't
Says-
deal with another religion. We only deal with our heritage.
Yeah, which
Right,
is the Bible.
which is the
So
Bible.
it says this in Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity."
So
Right.
you don't-
So we're in our captivity right now.
So you're in the Old Testament, not the New.
We-
Stay in the Old.
No, Old and New Testament.
Okay.
It's one book.
Right.
All right, it comes in the volume of the book.
And it
Old
says
New.
in the New Testament, it tells you what's going to happen to this place of our captivity.
Right.
All right. Well, it says it in both, but it says,
Make it clear, yeah.
yeah, it says, "For we have called." "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power."
Right.
Wow.
So, hey, what's subject to payments? That's taxes.
Right, it's the Museum of Slavery and the Smithsonian Institute has logged us in Las Vegas on slavery, and they were actually recording, and it's actually been going on for 3 weeks now.
So guess what, brother?
So the president reported it back to the people.
when you look up the
They
word
listed that the museum
employment,
spent less time on slavery.
so
So
when,
it is happening.
yeah, we're still in slavery now. That's why you have a job.
Right.
When
No. It's
when
a
you
job
look
is an
up-
honest day's work for an honest day's pay. My slavery that I'm talking about that hit the White House and bought and sold people names and passed around. And
Well,
I said,
Well, wait.
What does employment go
No,
back
no,
to?
I mean the Smithsonian Institute.
Yeah, so
If you really
the
think
word
about it-
employment
So it
goes
just
back
gets
to
applied
If you're working for
servitude and servitude.
Go ahead.
So it is.
But I can't talk over
Of
somebody,
like,
so.
the Kente Center, without the whipping, it's done differently.
So listen, you're right. It's done differently. Go ahead and tell them what employment
but
is.
that word employment goes back to being a slave or
So,
a servant.
so once again, your religion is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
And that's just the point. Like when we go work a job, you know, we do get a daily bread from it. We do get, you know, substance, but really you're supposed to get paid that same day.
If working a job is an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, everybody does it. It's
Well,
not-
when you do a
it's
job,
not
do you get
it's
paid
kinda
every
like-
day?
Kind of like tied, you know, down to yourself.
When you do it,
in a
when you
way.
do a job, do
But
you get
everybody
paid every
does
day?
it. Huh?
When you do a job, do you get paid every day?
It's
You
an
go-
honest day's work.
but if
yeah,
you-
but you get paid by the week.
Okay, so an honest day's pay. Did you get paid that day? Is that honest if you didn't get paid?
If you get paid by the week, you just add
But
up
did
the
you
days.
get paid that day? You said an honest day's pay.
An honest day's work for an honest,
Honest
day's
day's
pay.
pay. Did
So
you
each
get
day
paid?
that you work on a 7-day week,
Did you get paid that day?
Yes.
You got paid that day. You can physically, the manager physically gave you your wage that day.
I could maybe ask him for it, he would give it to me, but I do it by
So
the
you
week.
can go to McDonald's and they'll give you an honest day pay if you work an 8-hour shift.
I trust him to do it in a 7-day work week.
But you're trusting him to do it in a 7-day work week because that's the law of this land.
But they do it.
But you have to wait the 7 days.
Right.
You have to wait the 2 weeks.
I prefer that too.
Okay, that's what you
7 days.
prefer. But that's what you prefer.
Right.
But the law in the scripture says when you do the work that day, you get paid that day. Just like you go to Home Depot and do piecework or whatever. If you go to Home Depot and you're waiting outside and you do piecework, do you agree with that man that you went and did his landscaping or whatever and say, hey, you can pay me next week?
Well, you always make
Yes
the
or no?
arrangement.
Yes
you
or
can
no?
always go to daily work, daily pay,
yes or
and get
no?
it like that.
It's just a yes or no.
It depends on how you negotiate with them.
It's a yes or no.
It's a hypothetical question. though.
It's not a hypothetical.
No?
No. If you go to Home Depot, you're waiting outside, you have landscaping, you have carpentry, you have water installation, do anything as a laborer.
Right.
Do you accept that man to tell you, I'll pay you next week?
You can, yes.
Not you can. Is it done?
It has been done, yes.
Okay.
But the honest day's work and day's pay is still that even though you didn't
You're
get paid that day, you still
cutting
get paid
yourself,
for the
so it's
day.
an honest day pay. You get paid the same day.
But it's not slavery.
You do the work. Okay?
Everybody's
It's
got
not
it.
slavery in your eyes.
Not, it's not because
It-
you're actually working for your money.
Yeah, it's not slavery in your eyes. It's still and
The
this
slavery
is
I'm
exactly.
talking about that hit the museum of
Well,
slavery is bought and sold.
This is slavery.
and it's the worst case of the human rights.
You're bought and sold every day.
That's what they're crying about all
That's what the stock exchange is, right?
If you turn on the news, you can hear
That's
the
what the
world
stock
crying about
exchange
what
is.
happened to us.
Yeah, stock exchange, right? That's
That's-
No,
why the whole
human
thing,
being.
right? So
That's-
they're buying, selling bonds.
No.
What are the bonds for?
They're putting me on labels on my
Yeah.
name.
That's
Yeah,
why we
your
have
social
a,
saying my
security
name
number.
of
There you
Jeffrey
go.
Brown,
Yeah, that's a
Jeffrey
bond. You
this,
got a bond against you.
Jeffrey that.
Yeah, you're being
Paul
sold
Brown.
still. You see, this is the problem
So
with
they
people,
put it on a
especially
label.
Americans. They don't understand the way that the system is working and how it's already set up against them.
the day
So,
that you're born.
It from the very day, understand it. All right? Hey, it took away the understanding, so this devil has the enchantment over you. Now people are starting to look up the hangman theory and so on and so forth. All right? Go ahead, Darash. You had your pre?
Of all my phone numbers from the lawyers right there, my Obama.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 14,
The slavery is me.
starting at verse 1, and it says, "And it came to pass in Iconium,"
Speak up.
Acts 14 and 1, "And it came to pass in Iconium that they went both together into the synagogue of the Jews, and so spake, that a great multitude both of the Jews and also of the Greeks believed." Verse 2, "But the unbelieving Jews stirred up the Gentiles and made their minds evil affected against the brethren."
Right. Evil mind against their brother. All right? So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is now giving us a remembrance of what we're not supposed to do and what we are to do. All right? You got it.
Verse 3 says, "Long time therefore abode they, speaking boldly in the Lord, which gave testimony unto the word of his grace, and granted signs and wonders to be done by their hands."
All right. Resist the devil and he shall flee. Right?
Yep.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is giving the examples. He has given you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, starting with our head apostles. All right? Head apostle Tahara, head apostle Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rama, Apostle Rakan, the elders and the bishops, all the way down to the newest brother doing truth, honesty, and sincerity and diligence. All right? Giving understanding. Don't just take brother's words for it. Look it up. Research. This man had a demon on him to come up here and speak about shit that he really don't know about. Shit that he didn't even really look into.
Right, and we done dealt with him before.
Right.
And he received it.
All right?
You know.
But he's got that old spirit back on him. Acts chapter 14, verse 4, it says, "But the multitude of the city was divided, and part held with the Jews, and part held with the apostles." In verse 5, "And when there was an assault made both of the Gentiles and also of the Jews, with their rulers to use them to spitefully to stone them." So again, you know, you have certain Israelites among our nation that are stirring up division, and we know who those people are. And you know, those that have 100% truth, we're being hated on by our own people because those other camps that go off and teach, you know, doctrines after their own profit or benefit or after their own heart.
Or the Jake who don't know, right? And essentially he still believes on worldly Christianity. He's still following false prophets, false idols.
Well, he loved what it is too. He loved America.
Right.
You know, he understood. You know, last couple times we talked to him, you know, we broke down the speckled bird, broke down, you know, the Israelite foreigner thing. He received it. You know, he just always had a thing, you know, but he couldn't let go was his love for America. And he received that the Irish were, you know, of his tribe, because I believe that's what he said he was.
Yep.
So, you know, but yeah, shit, that's it. Now he coming in another spirit,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, he's not a slave. Pretty much.
Yeah, and it says that's what I was grabbing. It's like this is Deuteronomy 28, and so 28 and where's it at?
You don't want nothing to do with me right now.
It's like I'm gonna have to look it up. I thought I had it right here.
You got one more on that, Daraj, right?
No, that was it. But yeah, like I said earlier, man, you got certain Israelite groups that, you know, that are bringing about confusion and stirring up strife against those that are actually speaking them 100% truth.
I got to pre while you're looking for that. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 14, and it reads, "O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee?" How long shall you believe upon the shit that's led you to destruction? How long should you keep in the way of this world? How long shall you keep on believing that Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka Rome 2.0, here on the shores of America loves you? That you are even really counted a true citizen. All right? You are nothing but a number.
Where you see how Trump, you know, been fighting with that birthright citizenship. Okay.
Right? Hey, and we know it's all in the wording so that eventually he can get to the point where he can strip away and say that of slaves. All right? Doesn't matter how long you've been here. Right? Even though that they're the ones who are not native.
Yeah, because the scripture calls this man, you know, a fugitive.
Right.
You know, he's a vagabond. You know, which is that fugitive.
Right. Has no certain dwelling
Just
place.
as Cain was, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I found it. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 44. It says, he shall lend, actually starting at 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Right. And that's that 7-day work week that you get paid next week, or bi-weekly or bi-monthly. Hey, he has, when you get to hold on to somebody's money, it's like putting your money in the bank.
And now you're in debt to them.
Right.
Now, this
It's
is what
interest.
this is what the scriptures say. On that, this is Habakkuk 2. I'm gonna start at I'll start at 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right.
Speaking of Esau, Edom, all right, his soul, you know, he's an adversary for a reason. He's contrary to the Most High and his chosen people. It says, yea, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. Hey, gathering unto himself. When he gathered unto himself, you don't think he took those same finances? Right? Why does the and I am not a banker in any shape or form. All right? Do your own research, look up how money works. But why is it that the banks make money off of you depositing money? They use your money against you for their own investments.
He's done this throughout history. He went into other lands, took all the spoils,
Yep.
and then called it his own. You know,
Heaping up his all the natural resources.
and all the people. Now, even today, he's doing that. You know, well, now he's trying to have digital control over everything.
Yep.
You know, biohack you to. That's another way he's keeping unto the people, so he can connect them and have complete, control over your body now.
Right, yeah, because if I do that, then I can make sure that the UBI goes well. All right? If I take away all the jobs and there's no job left, but for you to be able to buy, sell, that you're going to have to get a UBI for most people. Universal Basic Income. That allows you to live in the means that I set forth. All right? That it's Gattaca. That it's the movie Gattaca. That it's the movie Demolition Man. All right? What is that other movie with the Greens? The Greens were their old movie that we watch. Him.
Solving Green.
Yeah, Solving Green.
Yeah.
Right?
And the shit that they were feeding them was people.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, Wally. Yeah, the cartoon. And they give it to you and tell you they're gonna give you what you need to have. That's why it's universal basic income. All right, you can get the MOTB because we're close to it too.
Let me grab this one. The verse 6, Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's debt.
Yep.
And we live in a debt-based system.
Right. Look at how much America is in debt, right? But these devils know that lawfully they keep you in debt to them.
Right.
All right. So they're still they have knowledge of the law, of our law like that.
Yep.
So they keep you in debt to them. So they're still kind of
Over you.
yeah. So they actually have a right to keep you as a servant.
That's why you're a slave.
Yeah. You gotta go
on a
into
new plantation.
the dictionary of law to find that word employment, means slave.
Yeah. Black Law Dictionary.
Because if you really think about it, if you're an employee and if you have an employer, you're working for him. So that what does that tell you right there?
So we're not meant to be servants.
Right?
No.
We're meant to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah,
That's our continuous form of employment. That's it.
yeah, that's the only servitude. But I mean, you know, to be just a regular worker,
Right.
We shouldn't be working.
you know, yeah, we always have to work to
Yeah.
eat, but
Yeah.
it's not like this. We should have our own substance.
Right.
You know, when you go, when you know you were in servitude, if you had a servant, you after they fulfilled their time, you send them off with enough substance so they could have their own.
Right. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we are servants of the servant. Right? Yahweh Shai is the ultimate servant unto Yahweh. All right? How much more are we supposed to be unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai? We serve our nation. We're not out here to serve these other people. We're serving our nation. We're serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai first and foremost, working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? But we're serving our nation. He raised the prophets up so you could have an opportunity. This is acceptable service of sacrifice. This is what this service is. It's a sacrifice for service unto the nation. All right? Helping you to try to bring you back into the remembrance through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That the Rakak Wadash, the Holy Spirit, may rest upon you. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is provided unto you. That the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and repentance presents itself to you and you humble yourself before it. But we're not done. We're there.
This is Revelations 13 and 15 says, then he causes, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should go speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted.
Right. And this is what this devil is doing. He has the power to give the image of the beast. This system has been set up for the benefit of this devil. So your UBI, all right, your universal basic income can come through this system. All right, it might start off in the old system, all right, but it is that can be transformed over to this new system that they have planned.
Yeah, well, it's just over everything is just going to be the whole financial system.
Right.
You know, if you don't know what a UBI is, which that's going to be pretty much government,
Issue.
funding. You know, what is it called? It starts with an S. Like what they was doing with the C-19 checks.
Yeah. Stimulus.
Yeah, it's like something along that,
Right. Hey, but this is going to be your allotted portion.
Yeah, that they're gonna make you live off of.
Right.
And when it's gone, it's gone, and still control what you purchase with it.
Right. In time.
Yeah, this
Movie in time.
goes to Agenda 2030.
Yep.
Where and that saying that Webb said.
Yeah.
He said you will own nothing and be happy. So.
Hey, why do you think they're giving you opportunity to pile on more debt? Why do you think they're telling everybody, hey, you can get a new car? Hey, hey, make sure you get a house. All right? Here it is. The Feds is about to slash prices, slash interest rates. But is it going to be to your benefit?
No.
All right?
False illusion.
Give you the false illusion. Okay,
Coming up again.
are you going to be able to buy the house and you ain't got no job? All right? Hey, but there's somebody out there who has the ability to purchase. They ain't say nothing about companies not being able to purchase these homes.
Right.
All right? And then for somebody to say, you know what? I'll make it at a price point that you just can't deny. It's within your UBI. Oh, and don't worry, if you go to this particular store, you can have this too. Because it comes back to the smart cities. All right, it's all a system being set up. It's all giving you the ability to live after their way, as they design the way. This is a part of this man's sorceries. This is a part of his enchantments. This is the end all be all to his plan. Once he's got you, all right, with that RFID C-hip, all right, hey, game over. Read that again. You can read through 16.
Revelations 13 and 15 again, it says, and he gave power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. Hey, what is that? Neuralink, Neuralweb, Wallenmore, Blackstone, digital tattoo. All right. All these brands, all right, are leading into this man's technocracy. It's leading into the false miracles. It's leading into the cares and the hopes of this world being able to be seen as a great servant of the devil, to be obedient unto the system. It said all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, are going to submit to this system that don't have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that are not written in the book of life. You're going to submit and commit yourself unto the system. You're going to say, I'm so hungry, I gotta do it. My baby's gotta eat. My woman told me I gotta keep my job. I need a place to lay my head. All these scenarios that you are worried about, how about Shimi Awashai said, be ye pilgrims upon the earth, ready to have no certain dwelling place, ready to go through trials and tribulations. Prepare thyself for temptation when you serve the Lord. Prepare yourself not to eat sometime. But have faith that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to feed you when it is absolutely necessary, so you have the strength that is needed to continue on. As the brother read earlier, you don't have to fear the evils of this world pining away. You're not going to die in starvation if you have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It should not be a thought in your mind that you are going to starve. I'm not going to starve. I might be hungry, but I'm not going to starve. If I'm a man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I'm not going to go athirst. All right? I'm not going to die by dehydration. Why? Because I have the living water. All right? Of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And he'll provide me with that which is necessary for me. All right? Did not Yahweh Bashim Yahushua make water come out of a rock? All right? It was through his miracle, his will, and his way. Yet providing more balance, Moses was yet judged. All right? For not praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for it. All right? So we have to understand that this is the will and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We don't have to worry about the evil of the world. You have to worry about the fear of the word. You fear the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and give it reverence and show it the respect that is due. When you don't, that's when you get in trouble. That's when you're lost out here like all these other people. That's when you have no hedge of protection, no covering. That's when this life gets the best of you.
This is a Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, you know, the rest of the world gonna fall to that temptation. But, you know, those that have kept thy word, you know, the Most High is gonna keep us from, you know, from giving in.
And that word world in that particular scripture goes back to the Greek oikomene, which means that everybody's going to have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know, hey, well, you know, and we believe, you know, hey, a majority of the world is, you know, going to take this device.
Right.
You know, they're gonna fall victim to that temptation.
Hey, what did that brother had? It was a brother that did a video about the man who had the dream, and that the people who took it were basically like on sale, like a hive mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it gives them access to your
Makeup.
you know.
All right. Hey, but if you take this RFID hip, all right, you have a judgment coming for you, and it doesn't matter about the other nations. It's only you, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians.
Yeah, they still got, you know, they gonna suffer from things too.
Right.
You know, from taking it, but the judgment is for the Lord's people.
Right.
Revelation 16:2. And he poured out his and the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and therefore a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the charagma of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
Right. So if you take this RFID hip, any form of it, any brand of it, whether it be Nike, whether it be Neuralink, whether it be Jordan, whether it be Blackstone, whether it be Walmart, NeuroWeb, if you take this, hey, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai said there is a grievous sore that is going to come about you. Look at what the technology does, hey, to the body. Look at what 4 or 5G has done to the body. Look at how the what is that? I seen on Stitch Streamer, people who wear the headphones, wireless headphones, and the headphones for gaming. Their head gets elongated, begin denting their head and stuff like that.
It's that radiation, man.
Hey man, just look it up. This is not medical information. Please look it up and do your own research. All right, Google it. They have a permanent divot spot in their head. All right. How much more when this devil, hey, tells you to get it in your body?
And that's wearing something on the outside.
On the outside, right? How much more when they say, hey, go ahead and take this and put it right here in their forehead or in their hand. Let it become a part of you.
Well, that was the cyborgs.
Right.
Transhumanism. Merging man with machine. That means that they have an off button for you.
Right. As we do, hey, that new robot that China just created.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Competition with Teslas. They're doing the test like run.
No, this one's doing full martial arts.
Yeah.
Like they can act more as a human.
You know, hey, how about Shemi Al-Shai? Hey, he gave this devil up to his own delusion. All right, for you people who helped design this in the world, you're dumb. All right, you're dumb.
just know that ultimately, if you take that charagma, it's pretty much a guaranteed no turning back.
It's not pretty much. It is a guarantee.
It is, yeah, the guaranteed turn back.
It's a guarantee. No pretty much about it. It is a guarantee. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, or Seminole Indians take the RFID hip, it is a guarantee that you will perish and die a gruesome death. It is a guarantee. absolutely, unequivocally.
Yeah, get that in. I'll grab it. This is yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. So Revelation 14 in verse it's gonna be verse 9.
Yeah, Revelation 14:9.
It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink from the wine of wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into his cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Straight fury from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
So if any man worship the beast, you know, if any man take that as CHIP, and they gonna burn. All right.
Yep.
They gonna get hit with a missile, the wind, that destroying wind. All right. They done. There ain't no coming back from it.
Right. Alright. You got more in there?
I have one more. Revelation 13 and 17 said, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Hey, you take that. You take that. That is a guaranteed way to be canceled and deleted. You take that. That is the way that you're going to make it in this man's system.
Yeah, this is that device is how they put the muzzle, you know, on the cattle.
Right.
You know, that's how they just to tie it into the control.
Right.
But that's the final game piece. Once you got the muzzle on them, then you could, you know, pull them from the head down.
Right.
If you think of it as like from a horse,
Yep.
you know.
Right. To be able to steer it where you want it to go. All right. The scriptures speak about that. Okay. Now, brothers, got anything else? All right. Well, Lord willing, this was edifying, uplifting camp. We're going to go ahead and face the east, and we're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth. To the next time, it's Men of Valor saying Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame
Kwame Yasharallah. Wa above. Shalom.